That looks pretty good to me. So we're going to go ahead and build a brace for it. I want to put a brace right underneath it. So I'm going to start right about there. And it needs to be about that long, I guess. So we'll do a band, and then another band, and then we'll call it. You can see what I did. I did 2 bends there, so it'll kind of go under both sides. Alright. So something like that. Alright. So I think this side's a little too much, so we'll try it again. Okay, so let's crimp it down. Well, maybe put this side on it first, because I like making a little loop on my loop brace. Okay, so crimp it down right there. Put a couple of clothespins to hold it in place. Flux it. Okay, you can't see it over here, but what I have is a little stool, and that's like my little table for holding everything in place over here, so I have it all handy. And you see me drop back sometimes. I also have my dining table back there with stuff on it, so I can kind of put stuff over there too. So you always want to have a table around so you can keep all your stuff. Alright. So let's try fluxing that. And see, it already looks like I have a gap over there and over here. So we're just going to do it one at a time. We're going to start with this side. Okay, so that side is soldered. Alright, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend it until it touches. You can see this side is not. Okay, so now it's touching. And so I'm going to flux that. And I'm going to solder it. Okay, and this side, I want to make sure it's touching, so we want to look at it from that side. Okay, so that looks like it is touching. Make sure my separation's there, and I can solder both of those. Now you want to be careful. If you heat up the brace right now, you're going to melt that solder joint. So you want to try to heat up the track. Try to heat up the track more than the brace at this point. And same thing here. The brace is already hot. The track's not. So I want to heat up the track more than the brace. I mean, I definitely do want to heat up both, but you don't want to melt all your solder joints. Okay, so that should make that rigid. And you see I have a loop now. This is what the loop looks like from the front. This is what the loop looks like from the side. And this is what the loop looks like from the bottom. You can see, I mean, the track is not exactly perfectly straight. Okay, well, I'm not sure how you're gonna, how well you're gonna be able to see the loop from either side, but I'm gonna try to wrap the track around through there. So let me do that. So there again, I just want to force the track to go ahead and turn around there. There again, remember our ball only goes so high, so I want to make sure I don't go too high with the with this little loop back part. There again, the marble is going to have a spin on it. It's going to want to roll this way, and so when it comes up this way, no matter how much bank you have, it's going to want to roll off that way. It's not going to have a roll this way. It's not going to spin that way. So it's kind of like an electron, I guess, where it has spin. It doesn't spin this way, it spins this way. So you've got to slowly change that spin, otherwise it'll run off the track. So you want to try to really bank real high right here, and you want it to try to push that spin back, you know, where you want it to go. So that's what I'm going to try to do here, and of course we'll test it, make sure it's working the way we want. Okay, let's give that a test. I don't know if you saw the marble, the way the spin was. So we're going to try to follow that spin. There we go. Good. I think I like that. Okay, so I'm going to put a brace there, and I want to put the brace from right here to right there. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to spin it around the other way, and put a little loop on the end of it. Something like that. There we go. Okay. And flux it. Okay, so that should be hardened already, so we can flip that. And a lot of rolling ball sculpture is trial and error. You know, don't just assume something's going to work. You know, you want to make sure that you test all the way through your sculpture, or you may have a sculpture that didn't work. Okay, so that's a loop. We're going to test it one more time. And you can see that loop worked. Great.